man. It's a little sparkle.
Little sparkle. All right. Blxckie, man, what's good with you, bro?
Chilling, chilling, chilling. How you doing, brother?
I'm taking it easy, man. It's really a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to meet you for the first time, bro.
Yep.
So first things first, I do want to ask, why do people call you Somnyama?
Ooh, yeah, you butchered that. Somnyama. So Somnyama is
Okay.
so I'm Zulu.
Mhm.
So I speak is Zulu, and Somnyama for me is basically just a translation. So Blxckie in Zulu would be Somnyama. That's how I came up with it. And then Yenaetwa is, one and only. That's what it means. So people call me Somnyama Yenaetwa, and then Somnyama for short.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see. So
It's
the
just
one and
saying
only Blxckie.
Blxckie. Yeah.
Got you, man. So you've had like an exciting start to your career. Been dropping music for a while. But people really grew to you with that Before Now tape when you
Yeah.
dropped that. So like, can you just describe like what that success was like for you? Like, was it a surprise to see how many people gravitated towards that album, or?
I mean, I've never said it was a surprise because, we were making dope music for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then I think the tape was just a combination of just all the work that we were putting in, especially just on SoundCloud and, you know, just with my friends and stuff. We were sharpening the skill a lot,
Yeah.
and then the tape was just the first, I'd say the first one that was on all DSPs really,
Mhm.
So I think that just put me in that sort of space. But yeah, I mean I knew it was gonna pop off, but like not that crazy for sure.
Yeah.
I probably, if I had to imagine it like this, probably I'd say it would take a little longer to get to this point, but
Mhm.
it was pretty quick. And yeah, now we're just rolling with the punches and going
Yeah.
and going as we see.
I mean, a BET award, like a best new hip hop award, and like nominations for what is the AFRIMA?
Yeah,
You
the
know, off
Freemas, yeah.
yeah, off the first mixtape,
Yeah,
bro. Like that's
yeah,
kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, what did that like? Kind of where did that put you like as far as like where you could take your music and like just maybe expanding on your creativity?
So yeah, the tape itself or the album was a whole lot of different stuff on it.
Hmm.
So I had the rap stuff, the high energy stuff. There was some mellow things there, and I feel like each vibe caught on. So like yeah, with Nasty C went crazy. Then there's also a song called Hold, which is like an R&B song, went
Hmm.
crazy. In its
Yeah.
own right. Um, and then a song like Siga, which is like a birthday song in my language that also went crazy in its own right. So I've always had that in me that like I'm not gonna just be rapping or just do one thing. I've always wanted to do like
Yeah.
multiple things. So I wanted to put that in the first album just to make sure that people know that like it's it's gonna be a lot of different things happening. So yeah, I feel like that gave me a dope foundation to like do whatever I want to do going forward. So that's why I'm like super comfortable with whatever I'm doing right now. Like I don't ever feel like I'm being forced or I'm in a corner or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
That's real. That's dope, man. I appreciate you being the type of artist that has a wide range, like that has variety, because like a lot of people just kind of stuck in the box. You feel me?
Yeah, I
But I
feel you.
also think like your roots kind of like go into you not being in a box, because like hip hop isn't maybe the main form of music where you're from. Feel me?
I mean,
Is it?
is it? Nah, it's not. It's not the main. It's not the main one. We more dance.
Yeah.
So house music. I'm a piano going crazy right now. So yeah, South Africa is very much into dance music.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a fairly new genre.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know. Double D should know how long we've been doing hip hop in SA. Yeah, it's probably 10 years old out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still a baby for real. So like with that being said, like who were some of the people that even influenced you to get into hip hop in the first place?
So probably like the main influence would be Nasty because we from the um same province
Yeah.
in SA, and like seeing what he was doing at such a young age that inspired me and most of my guys to do what we doing.
Hmm.
Um, but then in terms of like the sound, As I said, like I was on SoundCloud a lot. So at the time when I started off, it was a lot of um, like X and Ski Mask and like I think Rich Brian was going crazy at the time too. Then when I grew out of the SoundCloud era, I was listening to a lot of ATL stuff. So like Sa Baby and Young Thug and Migos, you know what I mean? Just at the time where they were all going crazy. And yeah, I think that influenced a lot of what I'm doing now. I feel like people can hear it also. Um, and yeah, like right now, yeah, I take inspiration from a lot of places now. You know, I've
Yeah.
grown to like all sorts of music. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just a lot of party though, a lot of party next door, a lot of damn, who's going crazy right now? But yeah, there's a few, but just anything that's going on,
Yeah.
especially in the underground scene. Um, you know, Faisal and who am I listening to in the underground scene? Talent, Daredevil, you know, that sort of thing that's going on. That's also super inspirational for me. Just watching young niggas do shit
For
is
sure.
always a dope thing to see. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at in terms of listening.
Understood. Yeah, man, that's dope. I do appreciate you for sliding in that Saw Baby in there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah,
That,
he's a goat
yeah,
for sure.
one of my favorites for real. That purple aid. But so one question is like, how long did it take for you to find your flow, bro?
um, yeah. So like as I said, like in the beginning, I was pretty much like imitating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like growing up in Durban, Durban is like big for like in terms of music. It's as I said, it's dance music. There's this genre called Gqom that's like big out there, and you know, Zulu culture is like number one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like there was a lot that people couldn't relate to in terms of the music I was making. So I sort of buckled down and got into my culture more, got into speaking my language more, even if it's not on songs, just like in general, like in interviews or whatever. Um, and then yeah, that's like I think maybe I'd say like maybe like 3 years, probably like from when I started like dropping music seriously. That's when I sort of found out like yo, this is where I'm at. This is what I want to do. This is my sound. You know, it's different from what anyone else is doing. Um, yeah, and it was actually I wasn't the only one that figured it out. There was a few of us, Cloud Internet Boys from Durban, and like yeah, we were like yo, we're gonna do it this way, and if it catches on, it catches on. But
Yeah.
we're mainly making it for us because that's what we like listening to, So yeah, then I just took it a little bit further, I
Okay.
guess.
That's real. A question that I do have is like, and over here on stateside, bro, like, when you're an emerging artist, there's places that you go in order to get your music bubbling. You feel me? So it's like people want to touch bases in ATL, New York, LA, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So like over there in Africa and South Africa, like when you're an emerging artist or like when you're just getting started, like where are some of the places that you want to touch in order to get your music going, like on that side of the world?
In South Africa, definitely Joburg.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's always dope to make the move and just go there and figure it out because that's where, most of the business happens. That's where the shows are.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the shows. That's where the industry is basically. In Africa, I mean, I wouldn't know exactly, but it seems like Nigeria is like a dope hub right now. Just in general for like Afro beats, and there's also dope hip hop artists out there.
Okay.
I feel like it's a dope central, for Africa. Like once you like the best like way to sort of blow up for me would probably be like to blow up in like your own country, then like be big in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and then like sort of I don't know the English scene, like the UK and stuff like that. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a dope pipeline. Um, yeah, but I wouldn't know exactly like what. But in South Africa, Joburg is definitely like the central where people
Okay.
go to get their stuff popping.
Okay, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I did notice that you like to use fours in the titling of your
Yeah.
music. What's the purpose behind that?
Uh, damn. it's I don't know, it's not a long story, but then it's like at first it was just um so the song I play for you guys, the big time slapper, was Lucas Raps.
Mhm.
At first, like he was the one that was doing it the most. I think because it was a fan of the baby, I think, and they were doing that. And as I said, like in essays, there's a lot of um imitating in order to get to where you want to get. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's how it started, and then we've sort of put our own meaning to it because we from Durban, which is the area code is 031. So you add those numbers to four.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then we just took it from there. And then I don't know, I always seen it like go overboard with things, so I just started putting it everywhere, all the albums and stuff, till it became like a thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I sort of slowed down on it right now because I wanted to like start like having my own things with my own meanings. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the music and stuff like that and my mindset. Just to
Yeah.
just to have my own shit. But yeah, like the four is like a thing that me and Lucas were doing a lot, especially during COVID and lockdown and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I knew it was something to it. I just, just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
All right. So we're here, 2024, bro. You're on the tour with Boz. We only say real shit when we're fucked up.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, how has that been? And like, what is your like, what is your relationship with Boz in order to even be able to land an opening slot on this tour?
So Baz is like, I think he like loves South Africa. He's always out there, bro. Like it's crazy. I think he says the first time he went there was to my hometown, which is Durban.
Hmm.
I don't think I knew him like that back then. I don't think I was even making music like that back then.
Okay.
And then I've met him a few times. Probably the first time was like in a club actually in Cape Town
Mm.
after a gig where we were both like booked at. And I met him at Coco. It was like 3 a.m. We were like lit, and I was like, "Yo, dog, we should definitely like try work or some shit." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, for sure." And then yeah, I think after like a few visits,
Hmm.
I guess like when any artist that goes to SA and they ask like, "Yo, who's popping right now?" Their team or whatever wants to know what's going on in South Africa. I feel like I'm pretty much on top of the list.
Hmm.
So they were like, "Yeah, you need to tap in with Blxckie." Um, and I think the rest of these guys too. I met Jid. You know what I mean? I met Earth Gang also.
Yeah.
Um, who else was you? I think it was a Denzel Curry too. He pulled
Mm.
up. So yeah, like I'm cool with all the guys, but with Baz it's like a different type of relationship because like he really tapped into the music and he listened to a lot of the stuff I was putting out, and ended up wanting to have me on the
On
on
the
the
tour.
album.
Yeah.
So we did that song. We did the video also in Cape Town. It was crazy. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know like the back end of how I ended up on the tour, but we did have like a little conversation about it. It's like, yeah, definitely we should put you on the tour. And then like
Yeah.
last minute they were like, yo, yeah, let's do it. And then yeah, I've been here for how long has it been? Like a month, over a month now,
Hmm.
just touring with him. Um, yeah, and it's all just a blur really, cause we be in those cities for like 8 hours max,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, but it's crazy, meeting all the new people, new fans, performing the music differently,
Hmm.
cause it's a different sort of crowd. So I'm
Yeah.
not in SA anymore, so now I have to do the work and do the groundwork. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Be a upcoming artist for real again. So it's the vibes. I'm happy. I'm
For
doing everything I can to solidify my name out here.
For sure. And I was definitely gonna ask like how are they receiving you like during the
Mm.
tours and like if you had a favorite stop so far.
Um, yeah, the crowds are dope. I think Miles has like a dope fan base. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Very dope listeners. I don't think they go to the shows to like mainly to like get lit and like jump around and stuff. Like the music he makes is you know think you should listen to it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
even with the other opening acts, we have Hoosh and Ruben Vincent that go on also, and me that go on before him, and then yeah, they mostly just want to hear what you're about. You know what I mean? And tap in for real, and not just like hype you up just because you're on a buzz show or whatever. You know? So I feel like that like allows for us to try out new things also, and see what works. And the reception is dope. I like it. Met a lot of people, made some new fans also.
Yeah.
So it's all dope. Favorite city so far, LA was dope. Uh, what else? Seattle was also a vibe. I like
Seattle's
Seattle.
definitely a vibe, bro.
Uh,
Love Seattle. Even though it rained too much, I love Seattle, bro.
Yeah, but all of it's been dope. But I like it, cause with this tour, like I haven't been on a tour before. This is like my first time. So when it first started, it was a little bit shaky because it's an adjustment to make, cause from performing in SA for like all those crowds and people that know the music, so you don't have to actually do that much work.
Yeah.
But now you're on tour, it's like, okay, now you have to actually perform these songs and make sure that
Yeah.
people like them. So yeah, it was a bit shaky for like the first few shows online, and then by the time we got to LA though, we got it down to a science, and then yeah, LA show and Seattle and was Boston fire? Boston was fire. That was the recent one, eh? Yeah, that was also fire. Yeah.
Boston sounds like it would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Boston either, so.
I was telling Double D that we basically also haven't been to any of these places. Like, if someone had to ask me, like, yo, how is Houston or whatever, I'd be like, I was there for like 8 hours, so it's not, it doesn't really,
I didn't even
it's
get
like
to
a
eat.
layover.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't lie and be like, yeah, I've been there, I know. Nah.
It was going crazy out there, man.
Yeah, the city is dope, and like the food, nah.
Nah, it's cool. People rather you be honest too, because they can start grilling you too. They gonna be like, "Did you go here? Did you go there?"
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Like, yo, you went to Philly? How was it? Like, hey, we just performed, bro. Then we left. It wasn't even. Yeah.
For sure,
It's
man.
cool though.
All right, so Blxckie, man, just to wrap it up on this, man, what else can we expect from you in 2024?
2024. It's basically like the first year, on the label.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely trying to expand for sure. That was the main reason, for doing this whole thing, just to expand and break the ceiling that it's created in SA, But yeah, specifically just more videos, a lot of dope music, a lot of dope collaborations also. And yeah, we just gonna see how it goes. I'm just here to do the work, and see how that goes. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I think, man, you have a lot of dope music. I think for listeners like me that enjoy artists that have variety, you know what I'm saying, that's not in the box, I think you'll definitely do your thing over here stateside once they catch wind of you.
Sure.
I feel like this Atlanta show might be one of them places where you can get your rocks off and people will definitely love you.
Yeah.
And, man, I just wish you the best for the rest of the year for sure in your career.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.